Hey, good morning, everybody. John here at Havoc Maker Studio and FMP Wargamers. So, hopefully, you had a great weekend. I recovered from my cold. I'm still a little nasally, so please bear with me. So, got a little bit more information on the Quinjet terrain pack. It does look like it is going to be coming out in quarter 2, and I also have some extra information on Nick Fury and Agents of Shield. So, really quick, if you send the studio either through my through Facebook or contact me on here on YouTube or through YouTube or my email that's attached to YouTube, whatever, or even chat with me on Twitch or in real life. If you got some information, but you've got it from somebody else that's not like a super squirrel, secret squirrel thingy, not like Squirrel Girl, but like secret squirrel stuff that I don't know. Let's say Will Begini or somebody from Atomic Mass Games gave you that information. He said, "Don't tell anybody," and then you spilled the beans. That's understandable. But if it's just like another YouTuber or something, and you got that information, you pass it on to me, cool. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to give you kudos for that. But I want to give other people full credit. So just keep that in mind. I've got a video that I'm going to be doing later on today that this relates to, and I just want to make sure that whoever's got that information first, full credit. Same thing with this video. Let's get into this. So, Quinjet Terrain Pack went up on pre-order a couple days ago, $79.99. That is a lot for. I mean, it's a chunky monkey. I'll show you a size comparison here in just a moment. That's a sizable terrain piece. Now, here's what we know, or what at least the information has been passed on about the Quinjet, the CP72. So it is now a new size piece. I don't know if that's actually, I'll have to double check the rule book. It's a new terrain size type. So normally there's type 1 through 5, and that relates to not only terrain but character sizes as well. So like most characters are size 2. The bigger the character, they go to size 3, and I think people like the Hulk is size 4, maybe Thanos, and I believe possibly size 4 for Dormammu. I don't have the card in front of me, but that gets you an idea, and then something appropriate to buildings, and that goes into the gameplay about line of sight blocking. If I'm a size 3 character like Venom, and I'm trying to hide behind a size 1 trash can, little trash, 13-gallon trash can, it doesn't work. But on the other hand, if I'm a size 3 character and I've got the ability to throw size 2 or less terrain pieces, well, I can pick up that little 13-gallon trash can and chug it at somebody and probably cause some damage. So to kind of give you an idea. Now, the Quinjet, if what was said is legit, it is now terrain size X. All right, not terrain size 10. We're not doing Roman numerals or anything. Terrain size X is just their new one that says that this cannot be interacted with. So what that likely means, or from what the notes here say, is that it cannot be thrown and it cannot be destroyed. It's just there. Cool. All right. I think I would prefer it to be size 4, probably closer to size 5, but I think a size 4 building or terrain piece would have been cool because they can pick it up and throw it. But then again, when you look at the Marvel movies, the Quinjets, there's I noticed this through several movies. I noticed it first starting with the first Avengers movie, and then second with of course Marvel's the Captain America's Civil War, and then there was another one, the Age of Ultron. There was different sizes. The interiors were different sizes. So I'm sure there's different models. One's more troop carrier, one might be more of a gunship, one might be like a squad carrier versus a platoon or something along that lines. So I'm not sure exactly what what model this is, if there is any models. But I would have still preferred that, let Hulk or Thor or somebody who can pick up a size 4 and chug it. That would be awesome. But whatever. Now, from what we do understand is that you can climb on it, maybe even fight on top of it. Though I would be a little nervous that I just got this amazing paint job on this Quinjet, and you're putting your models on top, possibly scratching up the paint. I might be like, can we not? Can we put a napkin down or something? I don't know. And if it can be climbed on, then more than likely that means you can use your abilities to fly and wall crawl over it. So, um, I don't know if, yeah, I guess if you're going in the center, climbing over, or wingspan, I don't know. I don't know if you'd really use wall crawl in that, but let's just say that you can, or fly. So those look like you can still do that. You just can't actually interact with it. So no throwing or destroying. No big deal. I just wish something else would have happened. I think maybe in a campaign mode, maybe even a personal mod that you guys have developed, it is a size maybe 4 or 5 building, and that you could chuck it. I don't know. I don't know. I think it'd be a great centerpiece. I'm really think I'm leaning towards I want to get it because I can also see uses for it in Infinity, which I don't really play too much, and maybe even Spectre Ops or even a variety of other games. I think it looked really cool, and if it's size, which let me show you guys a pic of the size comparison, just to kind of give you an idea. So this is the Nick Fury, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. I got some lowdown on him and the Grunts, and I know some of you are waiting around, but I want to get this other part out first. So you can kind of see a size comparison. There's the little, I don't know, not Honda Civics, little Tesla cars or Priuses, maybe. I don't know, whatever that little car is. And of course, the figures there. So you can see that terrain piece is huge. So I think it's going to be really awesome. I mean, I understand everything's off center there, but you can still tell, at least by that car size, that is a very large vehicle. So I'm excited about that. Now, let's talk. Let's jump right in and talk about Nick Fury and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So we know that they're coming out. Let me do a quick. I think they already said it's $44.95, but I just want to. Let's see, euros to dollars. Euros to dollars. Yeah, it's $45.99 ish. So that's not a bad price because you are well. I don't know about the Nick Fury one because the Nick Fury one, it's the same price as the Shadowlands, Daredevil, and Elektra and the Ninjas, but you're only getting Nick Fury and one 3-man base for the same price as the other one where you're going to be getting 3 models: Shadowland Daredevil, Shadowland Elektra, and the ninja base, the ninja grunts. And that is what they're called, by the way. They are not minions. That's just a term that people were just loosely using until we got some confirmation. They're actually called grunts. And we're going to talk about grunts here in just a moment. So I'm not too happy about that price unless there's something else inside that Nick Fury Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. box and S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents box that kind of offsets that disparity in price, because you're getting 3 models versus 2 models at the same price. It just seems a little odd. Like maybe the Nick Fury one should have been dropped down to like $39.99 US or maybe a $42.99. I don't know, but oh well. I'm gonna get it anyways, and you guys might see Amazon Pay on there. Please, 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 before I get into grunts, which I know some of you are waiting for me to get into, please go buy local. So here in Houston, I'm going to name off a host of stores, and some of them, they're not sponsoring the channel, but I throw up their label on here anyways, because I've got fairly good relations with the stores here, most of the stores here in Houston. There's a couple that I haven't actually been to, because they're on like an hour and a half away, so I don't get down there too often. But go to your local stores, support them, because they are the ones that are going to likely give you pre-order discounts. Like the Atomic Hobby Shop in Cypress, Texas, gives a 10% off on pre-orders as long as you do it in the pre-order window. After they're already in store, oh wait, no, that's Warhammer 40,000. Sorry, Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, anything Warhammer related, they do the 10% off there. So discount wise, Board and Brew in Humble, Texas, has an constant 15% off of everything, whether it's a pre-order or it's right there on the shelf. So that's the only store I know that has a discount on products. So go to Board and Brew if you want that 15% off, especially in regards to pre-orders and such. Um, or go over to, if you're a big Warhammer Games Workshop fan, probably the biggest selection, the best selection I've seen is at the Atomic Hobby Shop in Cypress, Texas. But we're not going to talk about that. I'm already getting off track. Those two stores I mentioned, we've got Etten Games and Hobbies. We got Fat Ogre Games and Comics, Dragon's Lair, North Houston. We got Montags. We got Goldmine Games. We've got Asgard Games. I think there's one called Golem's Gate. I have not been into. It's over in Baytown, I believe. There's the new one, the Forge Game and Hobbies, I believe it's what it's called. That's over in Katy. So we got on the Atomic Cafe down in Missouri City. I mean, we're like flush with hobby stores. We're very fortunate because there's always games going on. Anyway, shop local. Let's get into Grunts. Whew, sorry, I was getting there. I don't remember what these other tabs were. What are these other tabs? Oh, just extra tabs. So let's come back over here. Now this right here is going to apply to not only Nick Fury Jr. and the Shield Agents box, but also the Shadowland Daredevil and Elektra and Ninjas box when they both come out, supposedly second quarter sometime. We'll see. So this applies to both of the Ninjas and the Shield Agent bases and their parent units of Nick Fury, Daredevil, Elektra. All right, so Grunts, they're not called minions. They're called Grunts. It is a new unit type. Currently, and now until Atomic Mass Games comes out and go, hey, here's all the information in print from us that's 100% official, take this with a grain of salt. But it's from multiple reliable sources. So let's go with this. Currently, they don't cost a threat value, which I believe Infinity Stones are like that now. They don't have a threat value. So these don't have a threat value. They are part of the character's kit. So in this case, they are part of Nick Fury's kit. The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Deploy with him at the same time, and they activate on Nick Fury's activation, but they go first from what I'm reading from the notes here. So when you activate Nick Fury, the agents will go first, and then Nick Fury all in the same activation. And the Shield agents can interact with objectives, if I'm understanding these notes correct. They cannot interact with an objective type that Nick Fury is. So if Nick Fury is interacting with a secure objective, they have to be interacting with an extract objective, if I'm understanding that correctly, which is really cool. And this also applies to Elektra and Daredevil and the Ninjas. Now, whether with Elektra and Daredevil and the Ninjas, can you deploy just either Elektra or Daredevil and the Ninjas, or do you have to deploy both those characters and the Ninjas to be able to field the Grunts? I don't know. Currently, that's the only way to field Grunts. Here's the other really cool thing that I think is going to de-stress a lot of people. You're only able to have one Grunt unit in your or on the battlefield or the tabletop, whatever you want to call it. So if I have Nick Fury, Elektra, Daredevil, and a host of whatever other characters in my roster, but I have the Ninjas available and the Shield agents, I cannot deploy both. I have to choose which one of them I'm going to deploy. And that's it. You cannot have more than one Grunt unit currently in standard game mode. Now there might be other modes later on. Who knows about ultimate encounters? Who knows about future game modes? I don't know if it was a rumor that I started. Not a rumor. It was a game mode that I had suggested. A big skirmish battle, like more like say Warhammer style, where you have a bunch of heroes out there. You have to change up the sequence of events and everything. But some people had already suggested that you can have multiple out there. That is not normal gameplay. That is actually even super speculation, wish listing, not even rumor. That was just, hey, that would be a cool game mode. I don't know how it would work. I'm actually going to be meeting up with somebody later this week. We'd actually want to just kind of bang around some ideas about how we could do it. Anyways, so that is it. That is actually all that we've got right now. So when I say also they're part of his kit, kind of like the Infinity Stones and Magneto. There we go. Magneto has the metal constructs that he comes with, and they operate, I think, at the same time as he does. So it operates in that sense. So you know that should bring the stress levels a lot of people have had down considerably. I know a lot of people were worried that it was going to be going from, maybe up to like maybe 5 or 6 models from each player battling it out in really quick, hour and a half games, even less than that I've seen, to now we're doing Warhammer 40,000 level battles, or maybe even infinity levels, which really bizarre that Warhammer 40,000 is about a 3 hour game for a standard 2,000 point game. Same thing with Age of Sigmar. And you're looking at like around 60, 70 models. And Infinity is about 10 to 15 models, but it's about 3 hours also. It's really bizarre. What I like about the Marvel Crisis Protocol is you can get it. The typical tournament game is set up at 90 minutes, so an hour and a half. But this game I have played and watched other people play, and it's done in around 45 minutes, unless you guys are kind of goofing off. But if you want a real quick game and you guys are on point and not just kind of smoking and joking, you're looking at maybe 45 minutes to play the game, and it's really awesome. I really love it. So don't worry about spamming grunts. Not going to happen. You guys can relax. And and the other thing, one of the notes says you don't have to take the grunt to take the parent model, which is odd. But I guess you don't have to take. If you take Thanos, you don't have to take Infinity Stones. But why wouldn't you? But you don't have to take the Infinity Stones in your roster. So I guess that's what that means. So if you're wanting to field Daredevil, Elektra, or Nick Fury in your roster without anybody else, you can do it. You don't have to worry about the grunts. But if the grunts don't have a threat value, why not? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this plays. It's a weird situation because they supposedly, remember this is all rumor, speculation, wish listing, whatever you want to call it, until Atomic Mass Games comes out and says, hey, here's the rules. You guys were all wrong. This is what we actually meant. Right now they're saying there's no threat level, but it's really weird because they have a character card. We know, we can verify that they've got a character card because they said it, and they showed the rule, or not the rules, but they verified it on their gallery page. So we know that they have it, but they don't have a threat value. So it's really weird. Is the threat tied in to Nick Fury's cost and or Daredevil Elektra? And in that case, you should just pretty much automatically just put it in your roster, unless it takes up a slot. One of your 10, for those of you not familiar, when you assemble, before you play your game, you assemble a roster of 10 characters. And before, Infinity Stones counted as a character, but I don't think they count as a character anymore, if I understood the rules change. So this is a really weird area. I'm waiting in super excited anticipation to see what they're going to be doing. All right, so we're going to be doing some live streaming later on tonight on Twitch. I think that link's already down below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think about the grunts. Did we alleviate some of your concern? What do you think about The Quinjet being terrain size X instead of 4 or 5. I don't think it should have been a 1. Anyways, or just, you know, you just want to say hi, just pop in, say hi. I would appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. If you guys get a chance, share it out on your Facebook page. I would really super appreciate more people jumping on here, because the more people we got interacting, the bigger the channel gets, the more stuff, and we can. I'm already working on the next giveaway. It will be a Marvel Crisis Protocol giveaway. I do have still a bunch of Warhammer 40,000 stuff, but I want to hold off and I want to get Marvel Crisis out there. Anyways, you guys have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll see you probably about 7 p.m. Central Time on Twitch. See you guys later.